Here we are. We're live in my house once again, making a sweater, trying to breathe. I spent the day moving furniture and I am horribly out of shape. But we shall prevail. I'm old. God. Okay. Here I am. Trying a different angle tonight to see if the lighting will be any better. Because my ring light is a USB plug. And I do not have a USB block plug for it yet. So we're using the big light. Hi, Aaliyah. Yes, we have to use the big light. I still don't have a lamp in here, but fine. Whatever. I'll get a real lamp at some point. Anyway, the yarn room's a bit of a mess. There's a lot more yarn than shelves. There goes my neighbor. You have a power strip? Well, no, it's a USB. So I need a block to plug the USB into, to plug it into the wall. Because the electrical outlets don't come with USB ports in this house because it's old. So. Whew. Anyway, I finally posted a vlog again today. Woohoo. It's only been like a month. But, oh well. I tried my best. Power strips have USB port. Oh yeah, no. I have power strips. They're still at my parents'. We're still doing the back and forth, moving everything into my car, one load at a time. But they are older power strips, so they don't have USB ports. So I need to steal a USB block from my dad and plug it in. But what a day, yes. My mom is staying with me for the weekend at my house, helping me set some stuff up. We built a cart today. That was fun. I thought about vlogging it, but really the entire section would just be a whole swear word bleep as I struggled with an Allen wrench. But it's fine. It worked. We got a cart in the kitchen built. I now have a little more counter space. Next is the yarn room. Well, next is my bedroom. We're putting a real bed frame together tomorrow. And then I have a drawer cart thing for my room that we got to put together at some point this week. And then we tackle building shelves for the yarn room. Everything's just kind of in neatly organized piles and baskets and bags right now. It's a mess, but it's fine. The one cube shelf I have is full, and it needs to be a bit before I can buy another cube shelf, because they're like $30 each, and I was gonna buy one, but then I had to buy heating oil, on Friday, and that was very painful. Buying heating oil for my tank, which, well, the good news is I'll have heating oil for the winter Monday. The bad news is it cost me like a couple $100 in one go. And it was hard because first I had to find a place that would just let me buy oil, because so many of the places around here are like, well, you need to have a contract and you need a minimum usage of 500 gallons a year and da 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 da. And my tank is only 250 gallons. We measured it. I thought it was 300 gallons, but they told me, well, it has the capacity for 300 gallons. That means it's a 250 gallon tank because you're supposed to leave air in the tank so that it can fire properly. So paid for that, but then it was hard because the company I'm with, they only take Visa or MasterCard. And I don't have Visa or MasterCard debit card because I have Capital One. Yeah, Dad was still close in measurements. I mean, it is a 300 gallon capacity total, but that, I don't know, heating oil. There's a whole lot of math into it that the lady on was explaining to me on the phone, and I was just like, I have dyscalculia. Can I just give you money and you give me oil? Excuse me. Because everywhere else I called was like, well, you need a contract, and we're not giving contracts right now. And I'm like, yeah, but I just bought the place. And they're like, okay, well, if you want a contract, you need to use at least this much oil. And I'm like, I'm not going to burn through 500 gallons of oil. Thank you, Aaliyah. So finally, I found this place in a small town about an hour from here that'll let me just buy oil. And I was like, great, this works out. And then they're like, okay, but we don't take Discover card. And I was like, dang it. So I had to go through all my cards, find the MasterCard, because I only have Discover, because thank you, Capital One. But turns out my credit card is MasterCard, so we were able to take that, because it was either that or, and they don't take cash, they don't take checks from first time purchase. So it was either put a ton of cash in a Ziploc bag and leave it under the doormat for the guy, or pay by credit card. So I paid by credit card, and then I saw the charge go through, and I was like, oh! Which, I mean, the same amount would have gone through if I wrote a check, but it's still, oh, that was a big purchase. I didn't even fill the tank. I just got 100 gallons because I haven't even turned the heat on yet, so. But it was like, but it'll be delivered Monday, so. You'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. It's just prices went up. Like, I was expecting only to spend about $200 for heating oil, and then they're like, okay, it'll be about this much, and I'm like, part of me was like, screw it, I'll just use space heaters. But I don't have powerful enough electric service. I only have 100 amps. To run electric heat, you need at least, throughout the whole house, you need at least 200. So that's the next big upgrade, because I'd like to switch to electric heat. But it's fine. So it's just a one-time charge, but I'm still sitting there like, tired of spending money. I haven't bought yarn since August. But that was the last big purchase for a while. My yoke is going along swimmingly. It has been. We're now actually working on a sleeve. This is a medium size. We're going to be playing a bit of yarn chicken. because I only have one skein of this stuff left for both sleeves. But it has come along quite nicely. Been working on this off and on across the week. I have barely gotten any crocheting done. Because I've just been so busy moving and organizing and paying fast and loose. I know I am. And if I don't have enough yarn to finish, it's just gonna have to wait until January, when I'll have the money to spend on frivolities like yarn again. Though I have a market in December, so that'll be good. And it's a big market, so. Anyway, but yeah, this week has been, it's been all right. It was a full moon, so work was really stressful. The babies were rambunctious. And we got 2 new little babies. And I mean, they're babies. They can't be that bad, but they're in like that very needy early newborn stage, so. Every 5 minutes, it's, I'm cold, pick me up, feed me, love me. One of them is colicky, so. But it's fine. My dad officially announced his retirement at his job. Exciting for him. So he'll be done soon. And my mom is fully remote, so don't matter where she is, she can still do her job. But yes, good for my dad. I'm glad he's retiring. What are you making? I am making a sweater with the granny stitch. This is the granny stitch pullover granny pop by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. I'm in love with this pattern. And I'm going to make like 1 million of these and sell them. Might list them on my website, but I'll definitely have them for sale at my upcoming market in a month. So good, I love it. Thank you. I'm glad you do. It's a great pattern. It works up pretty quick. Like, I'm pretty sure I could bang one of these out in one day if I didn't have to, like, you know, work for a living. There is a baby. I did make a baby-sized one for one of the babies in my class, and it turned out so cute. And I'm definitely going to make a ton of baby-sized ones to sell. I kind of want to make like a cute Christmas baby-sized one for my one friend for her daughter's first Christmas. Which work was good today because one of my friends, my really difficult co-teacher, is no longer my co-teacher. She moved up to teach in another classroom, and one of my best friends is now in my classroom with me with her younger daughter, and it's like got the gang back together because she and I used to be co-teachers when her oldest was in my class. But we had a really terrible co-teacher, and she left to go teach pre-K, and I stuck it out because ain't no one gonna bully me out of my classroom. But she enjoyed staying in the pre-K room, and then she left on maternity leave, and then she decided to not come back from maternity leave. And that was when the second one was born. And she decided she was going to stay home because the tuition checks were coming out of her paychecks, and it just was a lot. But after baby just turned 8 months, and after a while, she's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of this house. I can't be at home with these kids all day. I am going crazy. See you. So she came back part-time, and she was going to be a floater, a substitute, but we've been having issues with one of my co-teachers right now because she can't get along with my other two co-teachers, and ever since I got a bonus at work and she didn't, she's been like not very nice to me. But I just sit there like, I can make you go away. Do not fight me on this. I can make you go away. Like, I've been here almost 8 years. You've been here for 2. So she's now in another classroom, and my friend is back in the room with me with her second daughter, who just turned 8 months old, and everything's going great. We've got the gang back together again. So even though it was a full moon this week and the babies were ornery, it was still like, it's all right, it's a party, miss. We're back together. And her second daughter is like a fat version of her firstborn, who is one of the models for my website. So, because for all my baby stuff, I use my friends' children as models, and they get the free crocheted stuff in exchange. So, you're a teacher? I'm a teacher too. Infants and very young toddlers. Yeah, so the cute babies on my website, well, one of the cute babies is now going to be 4 soon. She's not a baby anymore. But she's still quite petite, so. Meanwhile, her little sister is a chunk. Yes, I'm American. So, yeah. So I'll probably come out with some baby sweaters in the winter and have the babies model them. It's great because I have them for measurements. I can be like, okay, I've made this baby sweater. Get over here. Put it on the baby. But yeah, so even though the babies were grumps this week, work was good because my friend is back. And then I'm close with my other co-teacher. So it's like a party every day. So it's exciting, and the babies are cute. Yes, the moon was pretty, but it was evil because it made everybody in my school go completely nuts. I know. Normal people are like, oh, what a pretty moon. Everybody in education and healthcare is like, oh, make it go away. And Mercury is going into retrograde tomorrow, so don't make any important decisions until it is out of retrograde. There's this friend that's now in my classroom with me. She's super into the astrology stuff, so it's good to have her back so I can consult her in person, because I don't know. She's like, Mercury's going into retrograde next week, so make sure all your finances are in order. You can't be making big purchases when Mercury's in retrograde. And I'm like, okay. What crochet plushie should I do next? You should make a cat. Because that is what I always say if someone asks me what amigurumi should they crochet. I say you should make a cat. Because cats are great. And I love cats. And I miss Guinness and the kittens. I miss them a lot. A round thing and let them figure it out. Yeah. I mean, isn't that what the loaf cats and the loaf animals really are? It's just a round thing and then you add the details. So beautiful. What are you? I'm making a sweater right now. I think it's a size medium. So it won't fit me, but it will sell. Now I just need to trick my sister-in-law into coming to visit and be like, here, try this on. Let me take a picture. Okay, now I have a model for my website. So. Because I'm a size extra large, so it would be kind of funny for me to model a medium-sized sweater. Also, I'm not very photogenic. It's just funny, every time I've updated my license, you could see over the years, you line them up, the angrier I look every few years. So every up picture, same with the school ID badges, they make it. You liked and subscribed, hope it helps. Thank you! Even the school ID badges that they have us get every year since I started almost 8 years ago, I just look progressively more and more irritated. It's like when I first started teaching, it was like, yay, I need to make a look of I need to look professional. Whereas in this one, I'm like, can we just get this over with? Because my kids their routine is thrown off already enough, and now I'm out of the room, so they're probably tying everybody up to the ceiling fixtures. And just take the picture and let's get this over with. Boy, I was mad picture day this year because the difficult co-teacher wanted like the perfect picture of herself for her ID badge, and it took her literally like 15 minutes to finally get the picture. And then I came in, I sat down, like, take a picture. And they're like, okay, snap. And they're like, is it good? I'm like, it's fine. I gotta go. Before they burn the joint down. It's like, it's a school picture. You're not supposed to look good. Let me just get this over with. It's only supposed to look good for the babies. Staff, it doesn't matter. I have a really funny one though, because each of the kids get little ID cards too. Then the parents pick from the school pictures what they get on the ID card. And one of the babies, they got a picture of her mid-sneeze, and her parents picked that one, and it's really funny. But picture day was back in September. It's done. It's over with. I don't have to deal with it again until next September. And it's like, happy birthday. It's picture day. And I'm like, ugh. Now all my kids are dysregulated and angry. But oh well, such is life. Now it's coming up on Thanksgiving, and I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. Coming up on 1 year of me doing vlogs. So I started doing vlogs over my Thanksgiving break last year. So, might do a rematch. I think my very first video I ever did was a how many scrunchies can I make in 1 day video. And I'm thinking maybe for the 1 year anniversary of me doing vlogs, I should do a rematch. Excuse me. Okay, how many rows have I done here so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're actually making good progress. Maybe we'll actually finish this thing tonight. Then I can take pictures in the morning because I have actual natural light now, guys. Do all that in the morning because then my brother's in-laws are stopping by in the afternoon to bring me more furniture. Should be fun. Then I can give my dad his toaster back because they're also bringing me a toaster. So, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I really want to make like a lot of these out of roving yarn because I've dug through. I've got most of my stash sitting out in front of me. I've got a lot of this style roving yarn. I'm thinking I'll use it to make a bunch of these granny stitch sweaters. Oh, we just hit the half-hour mark. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. We hit 1K subscribers recently, which is very exciting. And I got a vlog and a tutorial posted this week, so life is good. And then I think I'll pick a day to film a How Many Scrunchies rematch. Now I got to start bringing the inventory, all my inventory to my house. Now that the furniture will all be here, I can start bringing all the stuff I have for sale. And then I got to get a printer so that I'll be able to print the labels here and not have to do it at work. Because I don't have my own printer yet. And the printer I had at my parents' belongs to my parents, and I can't steal that one like I did a bunch of other things. This closet back here, it's actually the attic access, but that's where all the inventory will be stored. I have a bunch of like different baskets and boxes and stuff. I keep everything organized in, and there's a hanging rod there so I can hang up sweaters and stuff. And then I've got another closet over there that I can also put stuff in, but that's going to be mainly my coat closet because these are the only 2 closets in the entire house. And I have to keep reminding myself I own this. So if I like want to hire a contractor and install more closets, I can. I can't be like, well, in the future. I'm like, oh no, I can do it. I'm locked into this place for the next 30 years, so may as well do whatever I want. It's getting to the point where I want to paint the whole house some outrageous color just because it's really hard to find. Because it is not on the street that it's addressed to. Like, it's addressed to the main road, but I'm actually down a series of alleyways. And every contractor I've had to call and like explain how to get to it. I'm about ready to just paint the house some crazy color so I can be like, it's the pink one. Not that, well, there's a fence and there's a shed and the porch is gray and there's this weird shaped window in the back. I can just be like, it's the pink one. I also kind of want to get like neon lights with my address and just stick them on the roof and be like, it's this one. Ugh. But I have some stuff coming in the mail. Maybe we'll do an unboxing video of non-yarn things just so I have an unboxing day video to post in December. I'm like, hi. Sounds so humorous to me. It's really funny. I'm sitting there talking to the oil company They're like, okay, we put your address in, but the picture from Google Maps is an empty field. I'm like, yes, that's the property next to me. I'm cut off from the main road by that property. So you actually got to go down a series of alleyways and then you'll end up on my property. But because the front door faces the main road, it is addressed to the main road. I'm like, okay, well, can you better? And they're like, okay, where's your fill line? I'm like, in the back on the other street. And they're like, but your address to the street. I'm like, yeah, I know. So now I'm ready to just paint it a ridiculous color as soon as springtime hits. Replace the roof and paint it a ridiculous color. And then when everybody in the neighborhood asks, why are you painting it some ungodly weird color? I can be like, because then instead of putting a long-winded description in the delivery instructions on Amazon, I can just say it's the pink one, or the purple one, or the green one, or the rainbow one. I don't know. I just need some big obnoxious color. And then I want giant numbers on my roof. Because it's so far back from the main road that you can't see the house numbers. Which is actually kind of dangerous, so. It's either that or I petition the post office to change my address. Change the address of this lot to the street behind me that it's actually on. But nobody's actually addressed to that street because nobody's front door faces that street. It's based on where your front door faces. And I'm like, all right, fine. Somebody get me a chainsaw. I'll put a freaking front door in the back. Watch me. But it's fine. It's just little quirks. And I mean, obviously the sellers had no problem considering there were Amazon boxes everywhere in the house when I first looked at it. So. But I don't know what'll be cheaper, painting the house a weird color or just getting giant neon lights for the roof. Much more entertaining when I'm not overstimulated. Yes. Well, if you've got children in your house and you're hiding, yeah. All right. My tummy is grumbling. Pull that. Okay. It's a pretty good sleeve so far. I'm going to count how many rows I did down here and then do a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I'll do 18. Try to see if we can get 18 rows out of this. And that'll make a good quarter length sleeve, I think. Because I'm not going to have enough yarn to do traditional length sleeves, so I'm just not going to bother. And I mean, I prefer 3/4 length sleeves. Like this sweater, it used to be down to here on me. And I cut it off and had it sewn up to, because I don't like things on my wrists. So make quarter length sleeves so you can properly wash your hands and not get your sweater wet. And then I don't know what I'll do after this sweater. Maybe I'll make another one. I don't know. I don't really have anything I need to restock on my website. It's pretty well stuffed. Made a bunch of things. I could make more things for around the house. I finished the plastic bag holder and the tea towel. The keyhole towel. Possible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very, very particular sensory wise about things. Especially with like my wrists and my face. My hands. That's why I don't wear like any jewelry except my crucifix. Which it was kind of hilarious on Friday because I was sitting there feeding a baby and she likes my necklace. She likes my necklace. She likes to hold it while she's eating. But she was also very wiggly, so the entire time she's sitting there eating and also going like choking me out. And the director walked in and saw me getting choked out and she laughed at me. She's like, "You're getting beat up by a baby." I'm like, "Yeah, and you're standing there laughing instead of helping." And then the baby started laughing too. But and then she spit up everywhere, but occupational hazard. That's why I have extra clothes in my car and my classroom. Vertically unchallenged. I'm very vertically challenged. I'm only 5'2". I'm short and angry. Gosh, I'm tired. What time is it? I need a clock for in here. 6:50. Jeez, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. Ridiculous. Excuse me, absolutely ridiculous. Getting worried we might lose Yarn Chicken here. Oh well. Well, wait, no, I have some plain white yarn. That could work. I have some plain white of this that I could use for the last few rows on the cuffs, sleeves. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we can do full length sleeves. I'll just cut this off, the color off halfway. Yeah. Genius. Okay. Not losing yarn chicken. Woohoo! God, I gotta get cracking on Christmas presents too. Everybody's getting something handmade this year because money. Money that I would be using to buy presents is going into my savings account instead. Because I bought a house. And it's ridiculous because, like, the first round of bills all came out this month. And yet my mortgage and my utilities are cheaper than just rent in my hometown. Extra knee pain is not worth the growth. I already got a lot of knee pain. I'm with you there on the knee pain. Okay, let me just count how many rows we've got on this sleeve. And then I'm gonna probably do one more row of color and then cut that off, save it, and add the white to the end, and then we can make actual proper full length sleeves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many did I do for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17. Okay, so I will do one more round of color. Cut it off, and then I think we'll go for 20 rows on the sleeves. So let me set this down and get up. Quietish. I think I'll go eat. Quick, get that food. Get that food before you get attacked. Okay, here's the white. And they go really well together, so that will work. Awesome. Oh, yarn chicken will have not defeated me this time. So, chat, how y'all been? Still can't believe it's only just 7 o'clock and it's so dark out. I hate this. It makes me just so tired, but it's been all right. That's good. I tell you, the time change knocked me on my butt. It was awful. I'm used to it still being dark when I get to my job in the morning. So I'm like, it's light out there, and I feel like, oh, we're closer to the end of the day. No. my body's like, okay, we're done with work, and I'm still got like an hour left, and I'm like, ugh. Tires me out. But oh well. Okay. Hitting the end of using the color. You're in the kitchen. Go, Aaliyah, go. Don't let them get you. While you do that, I'm going to cut off. Hello. Hello, hello. Whatever. I don't save my yarn labels. I'm weird. I pitch them off to the side to never be seen again. Doing amazing keeping it up. Thank you. Try my best. Try my best. Ugh, I love roving yarn. I love single ply roving. It goes thick to thin. It just looks so cool. Ah! My hook got stuck on my necklace. Oops. Just weaving these ends in here. Okay, here we go. Here goes my next door neighbor. One of my neighbors. Gotta say, I'm really glad that Michaels came out with solid color versions of this yarn. Because, like I've said, I love a nice roving yarn. But I would love if they had like solid color roving yarns because I'm allergic to wool, so. And Michaels came out with solid color versions of this. It's loops and threads fascets. They have solid and multis now. And I'm so glad that they have the solids. Whew, I have a lot of work to do in this room to get all this yarn organized. And I still have yarn at my parents' house. I need shelves. I need more cube shelves. Oh. And we're just about to hit the 1 hour mark. Hooray. That will be exciting. There we go. How pretty is this? I love it. I love these colors. Oh goodness. Ah, tired. Hello. How you doing? See you, Chris. So I'm settling in really good. It finally feels like I live here. Now I just need shelves for all the yarn everywhere. There's so much yarn all over the place on here. But it's good. Most of my yarn is now here, so I'm happy. Paid a lot of money to buy heating oil last week. My own actual house. Yeah, it is nice. Realizing, oh, I can do whatever I want. If I want to paint these walls pink, I can. Dad's not here to say no. So, yeah, I bought 100 gallons. It's a 250 gallon tank. I bought 100 gallons since there's already 75 still in there. Then we'll just see how much I burn, and then if I need more, the company I was able to call, they'll give me more. And then I found out the oil tank I have can actually take diesel and kerosene as well. So they told me that in an emergency, if I'm out of heating oil and they're far out from getting to me, I can put diesel or kerosene in it, and it'll work just as fine. It'll burn a little faster than heating oil, but it works in an emergency. And they suggested that I get like a gas can and go down to a gas station when I next have extra money and just get a can of diesel to have. So I say, hopefully though, I won't have to do this for much longer, because the plan is I want to upgrade my electric service, because I only get 100 amps now. So I want to upgrade the service so that I can eventually convert to just electric baseboard heat. And then I only have to deal with the electric company instead of the electric company and the oil companies. Because yes, electric heat is expensive, but there's no carbon monoxide. Because you know what else is expensive? Funerals after you die from carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah, I know. They can be awful, but it's cheaper than therapy. I gotta say, my electric company is in my good graces right now. They sent me a free energy efficiency kit, which came with 6 energy efficient light bulbs, a new shower head, energy efficient night lights, some faucet aerators, and some information sheets on maintaining your electric. And being safe. Like, obviously, don't grab a power line. So, that was a nice surprise to come home to. And then I was mad because I dropped all this money on light bulbs at Lowe's already. I'm like, well, if I had known I was getting this whole kit. But it's fine. Now I have an abundance of light bulbs. So, good stuff. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm making a granny stitch sweater. The pattern is by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. And it's really nice. I like it. Yeah, I like all MJ's designs. They're really pretty. She uses lots of neutral tones, and I love a good neutral. I think maybe the next vlog I film will be about making like 1,000,000 of these. I want to try and make like her Christmas stocking pattern. because for Christmas I've been using the same Christmas stocking as the one my parents got me for my first Christmas. Then I moved out here and they're like, no, we're keeping that. So now I need some stockings to put over my electric fireplace. For me and the ghosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect Christmas gift, yeah. Okay, let's see. How big is this sleeve compared? Do the cats have stockings? Yes, at my parents' house, but I'll probably make some stockings for them for my house since we're sharing custody. Okay, I think two. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm using a paper clip to hold my necklace together. I'm cheap. I think I'll do 2 more rounds on this stocking and then it will be an sleeve, not stocking. But I'll probably make some little maybe I'll make some little stockings for the cats. I need some holiday decor and I need to save money and I have all this yarn, so I'll just make my own holiday decorations. I put my holiday wreath on my front door today. Thank you. Fortunately, this is not made for my size. This is a medium. I'm an extra large. This is going to be for sale. But yeah, started taking down the Halloween stuff this weekend, putting up the Christmas/Thanksgiving. I always kind of mix the two. Started playing Christmas music in my classroom already. So, we're all finally past the 1 hour mark. Oh God, it's only 7:15. It's so dark. And cold and rainy. But oh well. Mom's visiting me for the weekend and she's gonna make some apple dumplings when I get off alive. And by make apple dumplings, I mean we bought some apple dumplings at the grocery store today and she's gonna heat them up and put ice cream on them. Still, sounds delicious. And I'm excited. And we went out for dinner at the burger joint/cafe that's literally walking distance from my house. Like I look out the back window and there it is. I see it. It's like 2 blocks over. But they close. It's super early. So, yeah, nice warm dessert. I mean, the house is pretty. Like, I haven't turned the heat on at all yet. This house is just so well insulated that all I've really done is run my electric fireplace a couple times a day for a few minutes at a time. And yeah, house is nice and cozy and it's sealed up tight. Knock on wood, not a single draft. I know the furnace is on, but the setting, it only kicks on and is actively working once in the morning and once at night. That's what I have it set at. So I guess it detects the temperature and then burns it whatever it's supposed to be. So I keep it set at 60 just because we've got really good natural sunlight here that keeps the house warm. The electric fireplace, it's well insulated, and also I grew up with a father who treated the thermostat like a radioactive sin box and would willingly turn it on if and only if we were all bundled up indoors and still cold. So, but my parents' house isn't very well insulated and it's gas heat, so. Whereas here, my house is very well insulated, but it's oil heat. But I got it set up so I don't have a monthly bill. I found a company that'll let me just buy oil, which is expensive, but then I don't have a recurring monthly charge whether I use it or not. Buy it, use it, and then I call them and buy it again. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's getting handmade this year because I bought a house. And I just can't seem to stop spending money. Because I keep needing things. And things keep being more expensive than I thought, like smoke alarms. And then here I go and find out I was talking to a neighbor. This fee, that fee, it's not, yeah, so many fees. And then I was talking to a neighbor, and it turns out I could have just gone down to the firehouse and they would have given me free smoke detectors. Apparently, they have a program. No questions asked. Just be like, hey, I need smoke detectors. They'll give you free smoke detectors. And I'm sitting there like, I spent $100 on smoke detectors for my house. And you're telling me I could have just walked 2 blocks that way and gotten them for free? So, yeah, So yeah, when the ones I have now expire, you bet your butt, I'm walking my butt down to the fire department being like, hey, my smoke detector is expired. Can I have some new ones, please? And they'll just give it to me for free. Because I guess they're partnered with the Red Cross out here, since it is a fairly low income area, to give out free detectors. You just ask nicely. And I'm just sitting there like, I just spent so much money on the Walmart brand ones. Not even the fancy ones. I have one fancy one. That was a gift from my realtor that links to my phone. So if I want to test it, I literally just pull up the app and push test smoke alarm. And it's hardwired in, so no batteries. It's really nice because it's an extra sensitive one. I need extra sensitive ones because I have no sense of smell. So it all works out. But it's nice too because it's when I'm downstairs cooking and it sets off the alarm, I can just pull it up on my phone and turn it off. I understand you had extra sensitive ones as well. Yeah. It's just annoying. I need that because I have no sense of smell whatsoever, so. And we found that out when I was a kid because something was burning, but not enough to set off the smoke alarms, but I couldn't tell. Mom was like, the microwave is literally on fire behind you and you have no idea. Can't you smell that? I'm like, fire has a smell? What is smell? And they're like, all right, you're going to the doctor. And yeah, no sense of smell. I taste just fine because I lost my sense of smell when I was 4 or 5 years old because I got a really bad sinus infection and it damaged the receptors really bad. But the brain structure itself is fine. And the reason you often lose your sense of taste when you lose your sense of smell is because the brain structures are right on top of each other, and if you lose it to like a head injury, which most people do, it takes out both senses at once. But because the damage was to my nose, not my brain, my sense of taste was unaffected. So I can still taste things, probably not as strongly as other people could, but I can taste just fine. It's smell, I can't smell a darn thing. Like, that's just completely non-existent, gone. All right, how's this sleeve looking? I think about 2 more rounds on this sleeve, and then we'll do the cuff. So yeah, fun fact about me, I can't smell anything. But it's funny because it's like something that a lot of my own mother forgets sometimes. We'll be at the store and she'll find a nice scented candle and be like, smell this, and I'll just be like, Mother, you were there. And then sweaters. Depends on the size and how focused I am. Like, if I'm super focused, I can usually make one in about a day or two. This one I've been working on for about a week just because I've been on and off. And, like, I have to take breaks to go to my day job and everything. But nah, it's the granny stitch, so it works up really, really fast. So I enjoy it. And it's a super easy pattern. It's top-down raglan style, so it's all worked in one piece in the round. So, excuse me, it works out really good. And this pattern comes with sizes from like newborn all the way to 5XL. But it's super customizable, so yeah. I've just been reading the free I can't talk anymore. The free blog post that has the pattern, but I'm thinking of buying the downloadable PDF and printing it out just to have on hand. Because I really like these. And I want to make more like big things for my website to sell because I have lots of little things, lots of coasters and hats and tea towels and headbands. I want like to start actually selling sweaters and baby blankets and stuff. Because I have such a big stock of everything else that I can take the time to make larger projects. Now, obviously, though, those would be much more expensive than what I usually charge. Like, I'll sell a coaster for like $3, but baby blanket, that's going to be at least, I charge, when I do take baby blanket commissions from people, I charge, they start at $50, and that's only if I have the yarn already. If I have to go out and buy yarn, I start the bidding at like 70. And no discount if you give me the yarn. But people in my life that want to buy baby blankets from me when they're having babies know what I charge. I knew the economy was tough this year because normally at the school I work at, I get like 1 or 2 commissions to make Halloween costumes for the kids, and I didn't get a single commission for a Halloween costume this year. Which is like, uh-oh, recession indicator. Okay, I'd say that sleeve is yeah, that sleeves long enough. We're gonna do the last round here and put on the cuff. So the drape on this is good enough. I could probably squeeze into it. So yeah, 2026 coming to my website. More big ticket items. Well, plus I have like more room for inventory now because I went and bought my own house. So now instead of just filling up one corner in my parents' house, I've got more room, space that is mine to work with. Like, I do have a basement. I'm not going to keep inventory down there because I don't like it down there. There's no pests or anything. It's just, it's so creepy down there. I don't like it. That's where the oil tank can stay. And I mean, someday I'll save money up and I'll probably pay to finish the basement. Or at least put real walls and floor in it, because right now it's basically just a hole in the ground. It's a scary looking hole in the ground. With like a couple bare light bulbs. It's meant to store things and nothing else. It is so spooky down there. Like, it's the one part, like, this is a very old house, but it's the one part of the house where I'm definitely like, yup, this is haunted. Whereas the rest of the house, I'm like, no, it's fine, but basement is definitely haunted. Does it have the long chain to turn it on? They used to, but they took them all off and routed it through a single switch in the kitchen. I mean, yeah, I keep the door. I went and bought a new doorknob for the basement door with a lock on it. I keep the basement locked at all times unless I have to go down there for some reason, because it's just. Something's down there. Not as bad a vibe as the very first house I looked at. That house, the basement door, it only had exterior access and it was barricaded. And my realtor went to like move the barricade and open it, and the hair on the back of my neck stood up, and I'm like, no, don't open that. The vibe was bad. And like, I'm not super into that kind of stuff. So my realtor here, who is a very good family friend, hearing me say that, was like, okay, we're not touching this. But yeah, I put a very nice lock on that basement door. Well, also because you can access the house through the basement walkout. So I also wanted to keep that locked as well, but make a poncho. I probably could. I'm not going to right now. The basement is better locked than the front door. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, but like the vibe I got at the very first house I looked at, that was like, we need to leave now. Something is gonna attach itself to me and leave. Whereas here, it's just like, definitely haunted. No demons, but definitely haunted. The other one, there was definitely like a demon or something in there. This one is just haunted. It's just a regular haunting. But I'm still keeping it locked. Because I ain't got time to deal with that. I mean, the only thing down there, aside from the water heater and the oil tank, is chest freezer. Hi. Welcome to my live. Alrighty. What are you making? I am making a sweater. We're finishing a sleeve. Around a single crochet, and we'll do the ribbing for the cuff, and then we'll start on the second sleeve because it's only 7:30. It's only 7:30. The night is young. So who knows? Maybe we'll even finish this sweater tonight. Just weaving this end in here now. I have a little short on my channel that explains this trick, using your hook to weave in the ends. Pretty nifty, if you ask me. Okay. Glad I had that idea to use the white roving on this part. So Definitely would have lost yarn chicken. Go, there we go. Oops, no, I want to decrease. Oh, come on, baby. Lion Brand, why? Haven't bought from Lion Brand in a while. I mean, I haven't bought any yarn since August, but I should buy something from Lion Brand. This yarn is the DK weight, the plain white that I'm using. It's baby soft. It's a nice soft DK weight yarn. I like it. Here we go. Boop. Boop. Okie dokies. We have a sleeve. Now let's make a cuff. I think we'll do a shorter cuff. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6. Wait, it reminds me of pirate shirt. Now that you mention it, yeah, it does. I would not have had enough of the colored yarn to make proper sleeves if I hadn't used the white. But this way it keeps the sleeves looking nice and even, so it all worked out in the end. Here we go. Now for the join as you go slip stitch in the back loop only ribbing, which I'm starting to like a little more. I usually prefer front post, back post, but I'm starting to appreciate a good join as you go ribbing. Four, 5, 6. Yeah. And the drape is really nice. 5, 6. Go. 5, 6. Untwist the sleeve. It's one thing with making this style ribbing for the cuff is it gets them all twisted up if you're not careful. Go. Sorry I'm quiet, chat. I'm just really focused on this. If y'all give me something to talk about, maybe I'll talk more, but I don't know. We ran the standard gauntlet of conversation topics so far. The local grocery store had a big 2-day sale going on. They were selling chicken for 99 cents a pound. Still here. Yeah. And I thank you, Aaliyah, for always being so loyal. Even during the boring parts of lives, but... Oh, Lord. Yay, chicken, yeah. I mean, I already have a lot in my freezer, so I did not take advantage, but... Yeah, the local grocery store here, it's like a little locally owned thing. It's not... It's a local only chain that's only in this county, owned by a family, and... I guess with the kerfluffle with the shutdown, they announced they're just gonna have a huge sale this weekend. Since SNAP benefits weren't gonna go through. But then SNAP benefits did go through, but they're like, well, we're still gonna have the big sale. And so it was crowded today. My mom and I went because I needed duct tape and sandwich bags. Did I only buy duct tape and sandwich bags? No, I bought other good stuff because they had other good stuff sales going on. They had big bags of freezer vegetables and yeah, my chest freezer was already stuffed at their last big sale. Like, their prices are almost as good as Aldi's, if not a little better. Yeah, they did. So everybody came in. Since everybody that gets SNAP benefits around here was able to get their benefits, plus the big sale on literally everything, even the toilet paper was on sale. So people were filling up their carts and going and eating good, and it was just good to see, and everybody was happy, and every single cash register had somebody manning it. So it was good. I mostly got some baking things since my chest freezer is already stuffed. But they had sale on like baking, Thanksgiving baking things, so I picked up some cake mix, evaporated milk, things like that, because I like using evaporated milk for a lot of my cooking. I use it to make chicken and dumplings. Because Dollar Tree Dinners on TikTok had a meal in a bag chicken and dumplings recipe where every single ingredient was shelf stable and fit in a 2-gallon Ziploc bag that you could like donate to food pantries and stuff, but you could also use for weeknight dinners. And so I ended up trying that recipe once, but I got all the ingredients at Aldi except for the biscuit mix because it used the Dollar Tree dupe of Red Lobster biscuit mix. And my entire family fell in love with that recipe, so I just constantly have a supply of it on hand ready. Because it's literally just open the cans, dump them all in the pan, mix up the biscuit dough, drop it in, cover, boil, serve, dinner's ready. So God bless Dollar Tree Dinners on TikTok, guys. I know I sent it all along because a former parent from former students of mine that are now in mid-elementary school, she owns a therapy clinic and is opening a food pantry in the therapy clinic because of the shutdown and everything. And I sent her the Dollar Tree Dinners thing, lady. And she used all those information and she put together meal kits to stock in the food pantry and stuff. And it's great. And then I know all the local pizza joints, both in my hometown and here in this town where I live now, are like you could get one free pizza, no questions asked, just present your SNAP EBT card, and we'll give you a free pizza. So it's good. But then SNAP got funded in Pennsylvania, and everybody went to the grocery store and took advantage of that big sale, and it was really good. I bought stuff too. Baking stuff. I already have plenty of meat, so I didn't buy any meat. But I got some, like, they had like a really good deal on pot pies, so I got pot pies and freezer vegetables and good stuff. So I have a well-stocked pantry and freezer for upcoming holiday season. Because Thanksgiving is coming, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I love Thanksgiving. We always go to my aunt and uncle's house. My uncle, well, this is the uncle that passed away. He always made the turkey, and we'd go to their house, and I would watch the Macy's parade in the morning, and then I'd help my uncle in the kitchen. And he passed away about 3 weeks ago. You're back? Yay! Welcome back. So we're actually doing a catered Thanksgiving dinner this year instead, because my aunt can't handle anybody else making the dinner, because that was just what my uncle has done every year. So none of us can really handle it. So we'll do catered instead, and then we don't have to wash dishes. And we'll make all of our own desserts and stuff, but we're gonna get a catered turkey and stuffing and everything. Leave a place setting for my uncle. Well, we can't really make anything at my aunt and uncle's house this year because he left me all the kitchen stuff. So all the kitchen stuff from my aunt and uncle's house is actually here. All the things he ever used to make Thanksgiving dinner is here at my house. So, yeah. So we have to get it catered. Alrighty. This cuff is coming along pretty quickly. Mom's rustling around downstairs in my kitchen. New sounds I'm getting used to hearing. New place, new sounds. But I like it. I need a real desk. Right now it's just a folding table that I use for my craft shows. There goes the one cop in town. Well, thank you. One cop in town. Somebody probably hit a deer. That's usually what the cops in this town are called out for is, hey, I need to make a police report for insurance. I hit a deer again. And you're like, yep, that's a dead deer. I thought my hometown had a lot of deer. Oh my god. I was driving to work Friday morning, and there was a line of cars stopped, and I'm like, why is there a traffic jam here in the middle of nowhere? It was just a whole herd of deer just chilling in the road, and they wouldn't move. Jerks. It's alright. Soon it'll be deer season, and there'll be dinner. I love me some venison. Especially with a cider revenge. Are you alright down there? What? Are you okay down there? Yeah, I'm using the microwave. Okay, couldn't figure out what the knocking sound was. Oh yeah, it does that. Turntable doesn't turn. That's what happens when you're using a microwave from the 90s. All right, guys, we have a sleeve. Ba, 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 ba. We have a sleeve. Yay! I know it looks kind of weird with the white, but I think it looks nice. It's got a kind of almost glow to it. All right, how many rows did I do for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I did 24 rows for the sleeves. It seems kind of long, but nope, comes right down to the wrist. Okay. So then for the colored portion, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Okay. Just trying to figure out, I can't remember where the back is. Yeah, chat. Okay. All right. Let's make another sleeve. Oh, if I can reach. Getting old. Everything hurts. Okie dokies. This is the front. So I want to do it from, this is the back. So I want to do it from back here. Sorry, chat. I confused myself. Okay, this is the back. I'm trying to remember what I did here to connect the sleeve. So I did it this morning, and that was a long time ago. Yeah. It's late. I'm tired. We're winging it. Okay, now I just need to weave in this little bit here. just leaving this end in here. Okie dokes. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's roll out, chat. Let's roll out. Now we're going to go into the V. 2. And we're moving. Now that I've gotten over the brain block, we're moving. Brain block, brain fart, whatever you call it. Either way, this is not the same brain that wrote a 300-page undergrad thesis. This brain has been injured by COVID and aging. Okay, we're off. We're off to the races. The flight has departed Sleeve Island. To the finished object mainland. Let's hope we don't get grounded by the FAA. Still here? I appreciate you all that are still here. Just vibing. I need to find some like royalty-free music I can play in the background. Not get copyright claimed. Or instrumental Christmas music or something. You should start making Christmas stuff on live. I still need more things for the house. I still need placemats and pan protectors. I just didn't get around to it in the vlog that I posted today because I already spent like an ungodly amount of time filming that vlog, and we were coming up on like 4 weeks without a vlog. So I had to just cut it short and post it so that the algorithm would forgive me. We hit the 1K subscribers. Now we just need to hit the minimum watch hours. We can monetize, and I can use the money I earn from YouTube to buy yarn again. Because houses are expensive, y'all. There we go. I haven't bought yarn since August. All the yarn companies I usually buy from have been sending emails like, you haven't ordered in a while. You good? I'm like, no, I'm not good. We've unlocked a whole... Please don't say your age in the chat. It's not safe. Unless you're an old fart like me. But no ages in chat. Even if you are an old fart like me. Otherwise it makes the Nightbot get freaked out. I don't think I've ever said how old I am. Y'all can tell that I'm old. My joints creak. If I sit on the floor, I have a very hard time getting back up. I was sitting on the floor today building a cart, and then I finished the cart and I went to get up, and it was like, uh-oh, I can't get up. So, giving hints. Giving hints, but nobody's guessed the actual age. Apparently there are some people that have been in chat before that think I'm like 18, and I'm like, no. I was 18 a long time ago. Never told you to guess. No, I just like seeing. It's not, I don't want people to guess the age. I just like seeing what people think. Because even in my real life, no one guesses. It's either way young or way old. Like, I've had people think I'm in my late 40s, which I'm not. But then I have people think, oh, you're 18. And I'm like, I'm not 18. That was a long time ago. People still had mustache tattoos. I think the funniest time someone wildly, inaccurately guessed my age was when I was 26 and doing a parent teacher conference. And the guy, they were from the family, they were from the deep south where older women are always ma'am as a sign of respect. And the parents kept referring to me as ma'am, and I asked them just out of curiosity how old they thought I was. Because I understood that cultural implication and I was just really interested, and I promise I won't get mad. And the dad very confidently said I had to be at least 45. I was 26 at the time. And I was just sitting there like, I started laughing and told him, yeah, 20 years too late. I'm 26. And he's like, well, you're still older than me, so I guess it's okay to still call you ma'am. And that's when I was like, you're younger than me and you have 2 children? Yeah. And I'm like, I just got off my dad's health insurance. And you have 2 whole children? And you're younger than me? My mommy still makes me dinner. Not all the time. We rotated a lot when I got back from college and moved back home. It was just usually mom or dad because I worked a much later shift at the time. I wouldn't be getting home till like 6 o'clock, and I was new in the field, so I'd get home and just immediately pass out wherever I dropped. Yeah, you remember that story. I remember it very well because he was so confident when he said 45 and the way both our faces went. When I was like, I'm 26! And we all laughed really hard about it. And he's justified it to say, well, you just have this air of been there, done that. And he's like, I thought you had to be in your 40s just because you have such a been there, done that attitude about kids. And then it comes to find out I have no children and I'm only 26. Well, I am not 26 anymore. I'm much older now. That was a while ago, but yeah. You have been there, done that, Air. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for affirming it, but no, I don't know why people think, oh, I know one friend of mine that has, at the time, had 5 children. Now she's got like 6 biological and 2 stepkids. And she was like very surprised to find out I don't have kids. She's like, you have big mom of several children energy. And I'm like, no. I've just been working with children since I was like 11. And when my brother was born, as far as I was concerned, that was my baby. Obviously, I don't know a lot about raising kids, but I know a lot about, like, healthy child development. But, yes. Oh, what a lovely sleeve. Oh, wow, we're past the 2 hour mark. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet already. Let's see, what time is it? It's just a bit after 8 o'clock. We'll probably do a few more rounds of this and then I'm going to jump off just because I want to go have my apple dumpling before it gets too late because I can't eat copious amounts of sugar after 9 o'clock anymore, or I have very strange dreams. And I want to like actually sleep and not have weird, strange dreams. gotta get a humidifier. It's so dry. It's even drier now in this town than my hometown, just because I'm on top of the mountain now. I'm on top of a mountain now. I can look down into my hometown. Well, technically, no, I can't because it's 2 valleys over. My ears pop every day going up and down, but back and forth between work because it's such a drop in elevation. Didn't realize how much that makes my ears hurt until it started going back and forth every day. I'm like, oh, I'm going up like 1,000 feet, extra feet every day. Ouch. This is why everything hurts. It's not such a drastic change in elevation that I have to modify any baking recipes or anything, but I'm definitely way higher up than I was previously. And I hear it's supposed to snow tomorrow night. So we'll see how that goes. But should be fine. They do a good job maintaining the roads here. Since everyone in this town commutes to my hometown for work. So they do a very good job of keeping the highways clear. And if the highways are not clear, then that means Armageddon, which means that everything in my hometown is shut down. So. Snow, you'd be screwed. Yeah. Well, I lived in Erie for college, so a little bit of snow doesn't bother me. It's the other people also driving that bother me. So I know I'll be fine, but I don't trust other people. But I've got all-wheel drive, so. Ice is what scares me. Snow is fine. Ice, I don't mess with ice. It's also just nerve-wracking because there's a lot of trucks on the road that goes through the mountain, and there's like so many runaway truck ramps because it's such a steep downgrade, and I'm just like, eh. But if they close the mountain road because of weather, then my job has to close because everybody commutes from this area into town. I was like one of the last few people that actually lived in town that worked there. I have since moved here. And I think the owner is the last one left in town. And the only reason that she still lives in town is because they moved there before prices went, the cost of living and housing prices went out of control. Whereas my hometown, the population shot up, the property values shot up, everything got so expensive. And all the cheap areas got horrifically gentrified. My neighborhood got overrun by corporations buying up the houses and turning them into rentals. And all the trees in the neighborhood are starting to die and fall over, and one almost fell on our house and screwed everything up in the middle of the night, started dangling over our roof. So my dad was like, that's it, I'm done. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go buy a house, because a mortgage and utilities out here in the surrounding area is cheaper than rent, like I've said many times before. And I gotta say, the cost of living out here is so much more affordable. Like my mom and I, we went to the cafe for dinner, and it was only $20 for dinner, drinks, and an appetizer for the two of us. Only $20 for all that. And that includes the tip. So, yeah. And it's just, it's nice, it's quiet. It's a blue collar working class neighborhood with very strong community ties. Everyone here has been so welcoming to me since I moved in. So, I got very lucky. And it's funny because this is so quiet. I live in the downtown of the town I moved to, and it's so quiet. It's great. It is. It's so nice and peaceful here. Now, granted, it is very rural. So if you want to hit any big thing, I do have to drive. And the nearest like big box store is in my hometown, which it's about a half-hour drive. But it's quiet. It's quiet, it's rural. There is a bit of a kerfluffle going on with the local school district because enrollment is down. There's only 1,000 kids in the entire school district, which is like insane to me, because that's less kids in the entire school district than at the high school in my hometown. Has like 4,000 kids at just the public high school. That's not including the other high schools. Meanwhile, this local school district has less than 1,000 kids, and there's been a kerfluffle because they're trying to figure out what to do. Because enrollment every year the kindergarten classes sizes are smaller and smaller. But they don't want to close any of the elementary schools because it's so rural and spread out. They don't want to have kindergartners on the school bus for like 2 hours every day just to go to school. So they want to maintain multiple elementary schools, but they don't know how. And the latest in the local paper was they're probably going to move the upper grades in elementary school and move them to middle school. Because they want separate elementary schools for the areas they serve. So yeah, it's interesting. All right, chat. I think when we hit the 2.5 hour mark, we're going to say goodnight because I want my apple dumpling and to get ready to go to bed and get in my cozy PJs. So we'll do one more round on this sleeve after I finish this one, and then we will say goodnight. So we've been live for about 2.5 hours, so it's a pretty perfectly reasonable amount of time to be live. So oh my goodness. Just realized how tired I am. I mean, I did a lot today. Moved a lot of furniture and organized a lot of stuff and went a lot of places. Yeah, this daylight savings, it's killing me. It's dark, it's cold. I just want to hibernate, man. But no, I have to go out and be a productive member of society. Bleh. I just want to hide under the covers all day. Is that so much to ask? Only 5:30 here feels like 9:30. It is 8:30 here, and it feels like midnight. Well, that's because it should be 9:30, but it's not. It's, excuse me, it's 8:30. Which, that extra hour of sleep was nice, but ugh. Cold and dark, and again, I just want to hibernate, man. So, coffee sounds nice, though. I might put on some decaf at least to have with my dumpling. Because nice heated. Yeah, my electric blanket is still at my parents'. Couldn't fit it in the car with all the other stuff. It'll be nice. I have lots of regular blankets and sweaters. But the electric blanket will come in handy too. Just because it's this another quirk of this house. There is one heating vent for the entire second floor. In the hallway right there. If you could call it a hallway, it's more like a landing. But yeah, there's that one heating vent for the entire second floor. So if I want my room or the yarn room to stay warm and toasty, I have to have the door open. Which people are like, okay, big whoop, you gotta have the door open. Okay, yeah, but I gotta take a fire safety training every single year, every year for my job, and it always is yelling, you need to sleep with your door closed. And I'm like, oh my god, okay, fine. But now, like, if I want heat in my bedroom at night from the vents, I gotta leave the door open, and I'm like, Mr. Fireman's not gonna be happy. So, I might get another electric fireplace just for my bedroom, to be honest. Alright then. This is gonna be the point where we say goodnight, because I'm super sleepy. So we got a whole sleeve and part of another sleeve done on this sweater tonight. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for coming to the live. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing and all the things. I will be live again next Saturday and probably sometime during the week. We'll see. I'm commuting now, so my god, my reflection in the window just scared the heck out of me. It's time for me to go. So good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.